I'm doing better with turn 1 with the Cup car in this race so far. Uh-oh. Greetings, I'm Smithers, driver of the number 10 Valvoline Dodge in the NASCAR Cup Series for my channel here on YouTube. I started this race weekend off running the 9 car in the Nationwide Series and got a top 10. We haven't gotten a top 5 or a top 10 in the Cup Series since our victory in Portland, which, oh yeah, that track happened to be a road course as well. And where are we at today? A fucking road course. 5 races until we cut the championship battle up to the top 12 in the points after the conclusion of Myrtle Beach. This just might be my best shot at a victory with Michigan, Bristol Night, Atlanta Super Speedway, and I just mentioned the regular season finale being held at the beach where Myrtle the Turtle lives. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but Myrtle rhymes with turtle and turtles live at the beach. Let's just get the cars on track. There was a catastrophic chain of events on lap 40, starting with the engine under the DEI number 8 heading into turn 1 of the Rock. The US Army Chevrolet was trailing smoke like contrails on fighter jets and leaving fluid all over 1 and 2, causing a slick racing surface for everyone behind. Unfortunate for Teresa, the first car to run through the fluid was another DEI car, teammate Paul Menard. He lost control of his number 15 Menard's car and ran into the back of Mark Martin. This happened off of turn 2, igniting a multi-car crash which had Michael McDowell flipping down Thunder Alley. What the fuck? Is there a fucking ghost in this hotel? With less than 10 laps to go at Rockingham, the race looked to be running green till the end. Smithers was trying to carve his way through lap traffic to catch race leader Jeff Gordon for the win. The number 10 car had mostly been patient with slower cars throughout the race, but having a win to break a summer slump was only 2 seconds away out the windshield. Elliott Sadler started last week's race at the Rock in 42nd position, and he has been the slowest Everham car in the last 2 seasons. Entering turn 3, the number 10 closed up super fast onto the Best Buy back bumper of Elliott Sadler, and the spotter of the number 19 was a little late letting his driver know that the leaders were coming, and that trashed 2 cars going back to the same shop, and one of those things had a chance to win. On lap 4 of a caution-free nationwide race, drivers battled hard for every position because this race was only 18 laps around the Glen. The urgency to gain time on the next car was high, and some strong cars in practice did not qualify as well as they had hoped. Rudeman, who had a surprising qualifying run, was falling back very quickly and fighting for 7th place against Smithers, who was charging forward. The number 9 car dived his way on the inside of the 00 into turn 1, clearing him, but Rudeman put the bumper to Smithers in the middle of the corner, upsetting his car on the exit and sending his car way off course into the runoff area. Smithers forced his way back onto the racetrack, door slamming the 00, who didn't leave much room on the racetrack anyway, and wound up almost upside down and done for the day. He struggled all the way around Watkins Glen, from getting rear-ended in the S's to running way off course because the car wasn't steering, but he finally got that thing in the pits and off the racetrack safely. Yellow flags were outlawed at the Glen due to a technical bug preventing green flag racing. It's a beautiful day for racing in upstate New York here at the Glen. Man, I love this track. This is one of my favorite circuits across the entire United States as far as like road courses go. We qualified in the top 5 with a 1:13.907. Not too bad. We're definitely in a window of a top 5 here with the likes of Newman. Stewart, who's got a couple of wins here in the past. Watch out for that 20, making his last start here for Joe Gibbs Racing before going on to Stuart Haas. Juan Pablo Montoya got another pole on another road course this season, trying to capitalize on that victory with his skills at making left and right turns. He has had every shot this year to make one, and he has yet to actually capitalize on the victory. Jason Leffler, still subbing in for Denny Hamlin, made quite the shocking qualifying run, starting in 2nd place in that number 11 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. AJ Allmendinger and Brian Vickers both qualified their Red Bulls into the top 10, and that is a first on the season, so good job for that team. Ambrose is just outside there in the 21 car for the Wood Brothers. As we look down through the field here, we start seeing some team caliber drivers that are a little bit mid-pack towards the back of the field today. Got Johnson in 14th, Harvick in 12th, Kurt Busch is back here, Kenseth is in 18th, Kyle Busch 22nd. Looking through the rest of the grid here, down towards the back, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Hendrick Motorsports driver, qualified in 31st, and Mark Martin in his old ride is in 33rd. Also, McMurray driving for Roush didn't do too well, qualified 35th. Dang. Yeah, these guys are spread out everywhere. The difference in time from like last to first is crazy. There's like a 10-second difference from the 78, 96 all the way up here to the pole and where I'm at. Freaking Montoya's got a 1:12, and those guys are, yeah, 10 seconds behind. This is going to be interesting for race pace. Don't have any cautions on this time. 27 laps around this place, and I imagine we're going to have a pit stop for tires at some point. So let's do this, baby. This is one of the last few road courses we got on the season. We got Charlotte Roval still coming up, but other than that, I think this is it. Man, am I hoping for a change in my summer slump. We have had a streak of poor finishes, haven't really gotten a top 10 in a while, and the last time I got a win was in Portland, which was a road course. I'm looking forward to this green flag and this race going. I hope that we can get at least up front and kind of compete with Montoya a little bit and finish up here where we qualified our car. Complete the race, get everything put together, and tie a nice little bow on Watkins Glen and try and salvage a little bit of our regular season before we've dropped too far in the chase and I don't get as many bonus points as I, thought I was gonna get. My couple of wins, they might help a little bit, pole vault me up to the top, but that's not gonna help me for too long. I gotta keep performing well. We gotta get consistency back in our team. Coming around the final corner here at Watkins Glen, Montoya is taking the green flag. Come on, guys, let's get going. Newman's not getting up and going. I might fucking dive it in again. I mean, I don't want to, but he did not get a good start here. We're gonna fucking check up as early as I can. For once, didn't take out somebody in 3 races at Watkins Glen. Finally didn't overshoot turn 1 and dump somebody off the front nose of my bumper. Got around the 12 of Newman. We are in 5th place now, I believe. Loeffler is taking the lead of this damn race. Joe Gibbs 1 and 2 with Stewart in 2nd. Dust clouds, that's from us going through the curbing earlier on the pace lap. Downshifting to 2nd. Over the curbs, around the bus stop, nice and smooth, a little bouncy. I imagine around lap 15, maybe even 14, we're gonna have to be starting to worry about our tires. Shit, that was a bit of a rough exit off the carousel. Use the runoff though. Boyer's trying to protect an inside that he doesn't need to worry about. I don't know how well I'll be able to keep up to the rest of these guys. Their lap times were a lot quicker than mine. Starting to break away though. There is nobody in my mirror as I hit the rev limiter. I wasn't paying attention to my tack. Barking tires. If I can keep these guys in my sights, I'll be happy. Well, we're gonna eventually catch the tail end of this thing if they're freaking 10 seconds off of the pace. At that point, just park the damn bitch, like, right? Like, I get starting parks. Why they were a thing back then? Like, half these guys didn't run the whole race. They were out here for like 5 laps and then called it. I might be early braking some of these corners just a little bit. I just don't want to try and like put over aggressive wear on these tires too early. I want to save them as long as I can and not slide around as much like I did on lap 1. Had a nice section of corners there. I'm a little bit closer to the 07 of Boyer. Gonna definitely get a little bit of a draft or a little bit of a suck up here down the front straightaway. I'm gonna brake early so I don't fucking bump them out of the way and just ship them into the big old plateau over there in front of the fans. Pulled away a little bit from me through the S's here, maybe in the bus stop. Oh, they run the bus stop. These cars, they like to, my competition goes in there a lot deeper than I can. I try to haul it, but I'm fucking like skidding through the grass and shit. It's just not fun. Like, I'm losing time, I feel like, if I don't like check up just a little bit earlier. Still close to the 07 of Boyer. Montoya's up there. He's not the fastest car of the race, not like I expected him to be. Hella surprised to see Loeffler and Stewart that are up there. Hell, if fucking Loeffler gets the victory, subbing for Hamlin in the 11 car, like, briefly before he takes his ride back over. Oh boy. You may be asking yourself, if you watched my nationwide video, why the hell Hamlin was there and maybe why he's not in this race currently. And that's plain just because I didn't realize that Hamlin was driving the 32 during the 08 nationwide race at Watkins Glen, because that's the car set that I was using. It just didn't work out to where he wasn't in that race, and now, yeah, he's not in this one, but he was in the nationwide race. So yeah, he's like slowly putting himself back into the race car, and like at tracks like, Watkins Glen, where he wouldn't get wrecked out as easily. maybe next weekend once we get to, fuck, I'll have to look at my schedule to see where we're heading next, because it's starting to get wacky towards the end of this thing. It's getting more custom and custom as we get to the playoffs, or the chase, whatever you want to call it, but it's the chase here in 2008. I got a couple of things thrown in there. I know Atlanta Super Speedway is one of them. Myrtle Beach is another. But yeah, I think Michigan. Yeah, Michigan is next weekend. That is one of the last little regular races before the end of the regular season that I actually got going before it's custom. I had to think there for a second. I don't have any of this pulled up in front of me to see and look at right now. I'm kind of just woke up, recorded, and was like, yeah, we're gonna do this morning. I freaking drank an energy drink too, and I was freaking talking a mile a minute there during the pre-race segment. I'm calmed down a little bit now. I'm trying to focus. Boyer is now pulled away from me a little bit. He's starting to open up a gap, catch up to that 42 of Montoya. We're all sectioned out together, and the top two are broken away. There's a little bit of dust flowing up here. Wonder what happened here. I don't see any tire tracks. No one slid, wrecked, or anything. So far our tires are doing pretty good, and yeah, still running in 5th place. Still no one really in my mirror at all. Going through the grass a little bit. Out of the carousel is like the only place where I think I might be able to get a huge gain on the car in front of me. I reel Boyer back in, but somewhere along these couple of last corners he gets a better exit. Like there, I'm freaking way out here on the curb. I hit the damn bump. I'm just not as smoother on those corners. I mean, I got a good exit there. We're getting a run now. I'm gonna run out of time before I can make a move on him though. Just about followed right in his tire tracks. Here we go. I'm a hell of a lot closer to him than I was a lap ago. Might be able to get him through the bus stop if I can get a good run through the S's out of here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can't do it. I can't send it as much as they can. I'm fucking out here now. Damn it. I was all shallow entry and mislined my whole bus stop. I had a run on them side by side, but that's not the place for me to make the pass. I can't do it there. Might be able to get them in this one though. There we go. Dive down. Cleared the 07 of Boyer. Up into 4th place now. Now I gotta make sure I'm on my shit this time, because I got a fast car behind me and I'm trying to catch Montoya. We've got speed in this thing, but fucking Joe Gibbs put something in their engines or their setup that has got nothing in competition to the rest of the field. Oh, I see lap cars up there. That might hold them up a little bit. When it comes to lap traffic, I'll boot somebody out of the way if I have to. Like if they're in my way, slowing me down from my race pace, I'll frickin' give them the bumper. The chrome horn, as they call it, as Mike Joy or Daryl Waltrip called it. Look at this sack of fucking lap cars. Holy shit, Stewart's there. Is the 11 in this, or is he gone? He already passed it? Well, Stewart's definitely held up. Look at this. I'd love to get a run and just dive bomb some of these guys. I could dive bomb the 96. Too wide, use this little part. That's what the AI do. Get past the 77 of Sam Hornish Jr. And we're up into 3rd place now, looking at Tony Stewart. I don't know if Montoya's through those guys or not, but there might be a little bit of a wreck between there if they don't get going. My Cup car's handling like a little bit better around some of these corners than my my Nationwide car was. Like the 9 car, it was having a little bit of a struggle and like fishtailing a little bit around like the bus stop. Turn 1, it struggled a little bit. I'm doing better with turn 1 with the Cup car in this race so far. Uh-oh. Well, damn, it's been a little bit since the game has crashed on me, especially during like a mid-race scenario. I don't know what the hell that was, but we got them re-racked and restacked. We're gonna do another, at least I'm doing another 27 laps here at Watkins Glen. I will catch you guys up at lap number 9 where the game crashed, and we will pick back up from there. If anything happens between now and then, of course, I'm gonna probably leave a little highlight reel of if anything happens at the beginning part of this race. Well, we are 9 laps in, back right to where we left off, where I glitched out on the same straightaway. And here's where we're at so far. Stewart has been leading this race since the beginning. I've been trying to hunt him down. He took off with like a 4-second lead, and it's been a smoke show today. It's been all about that 20 Home Depot car. He's trying to get another victory for Joe Gibbs before he leaves, and another one here at Watkins Glen, one of his greatest road courses. Yeah, me and him pretty much have been the steal of the show. Juan Pablo Montoya is 8.5 seconds behind me. We just now started working through lap traffic, and yeah, this isn't my first attempt restarting this race. I've had a little bit concerns with this track. I don't know what's going on and why it just freezes. It's the same spot on that one straightaway over there with the last couple of corners before turn 10, and I don't know why it's freezing out on me. I don't know if like a wreck happens somewhere on the other side of the track and it just bugs out my game and crashes, but a couple of times this race has not seen its end yet. Number 10 car has been strong as hell though. This road course car is fucking fantastic throughout the entire season of 2008. The only thing is I got a hungry Stewart right in front of me looking to get another victory, and he's going to be tough to beat. Other than that, I think we got a good car today. The rest of the competition, really haven't seen them in my rearview mirror, especially since lap cars came into a factor and I started passing those guys. There's like 3 cars I passed down a straightaway, gave me a huge gap to the guy behind me, and I overcooked turn 1, going to the runoff area. Here we go. Can I get squeezed over here?
Right side.
Had to use the grass a little bit, but we made it. I didn't want to try and wreck somebody else through the S's this time like I did in the Nationwide Series. Hey, Sadler, how you doing? Always trying to get in my way as usual. I'm not, yeah, you're trying to block me too. Fuck you. I get you're trying to race Junior for position, but
Right side.
let me get through, let me get by, and then you can go back to racing Junior. Clear those guys. On to Tony. Back, clear racetrack. I'm focused up on this 20 car. He did get away from me a little bit during the section I was trying to skip through to get back to lap number 9 and the other parts of this race. But now that lap traffic is back, I've reeled him back in a little bit. I at least got my sights on him now. Montoya is 11 seconds behind me in 3rd place. Not even worried. We'll have to take a pit stop for tires. Let's see where we're at right now. Doing alright so far. Been a really quiet race so far. I got over the radio like on lap 5 or 4 that there was a wreck in turn 10, but other than that, it has been a quiet race, and we've just been running, you know, running out Watkins Glen until we get to at least a pit strategy here and seeing who's got the competition. I got the dirt a little bit. Woo! What a save. I almost fucking took myself out of my own race. That would have been terrible. That would have been so bad if I would have spun myself out and nosed my car into the pit wall. These tires are getting worn out. I can't freaking full throttle it through the S's like I did on the first couple of laps. The car's starting to fight me now. Holy shit, that was a fucking curb and a half. Damn, I launched myself high off the air. Ty gives that shit. Come on, guys, get out of my way. Get out of my way. Oh, jeez, fucking curb hopping too. My tires don't have the grip to be doing that kind of shit anymore. Look at that. All 4 are on yellow. We're gonna have to take a 4-tire stop here in a couple of laps. I might as well leave this up maybe for the next lap or so. Keep an eye on my tire wear. I know if I see that 20 car dive down, I'm coming in right behind them. That's a matter of fact for sure. We are on a whole nother zip code compared to the rest of the field right now. Damn, Tony's going a little slower too. I'm starting to actually keep up and reel him in. I can see the Toyota on his bumper. I'm freaking getting the, this is the closest I've been this whole entire race as I freaking go off-roading a little bit here in my Valvoline car. Hopefully Everham sturdied up my shocks a little bit. Put a beefed up suspension on this thing. I've been using the hell out of it. Stewart trying to make a dive in on the 38 here. He's getting freaking locked up and they're wrecking down the front straightaway. Oh, Tony's coming down. Oh, everyone's coming down. Okay, I knew we were coming down soon. It is lap 14. This is a scheduled pit stop. Watch out for the 7. He's got a very similar paint scheme to me. Where's my 10? Where's the 10? I see it. Smooth. Stewart's right there. We're getting our pit stops done simultaneously. You better not leave me in there. You better not leave me here, fucking Tony. I'll hunt your ass down. There goes Kyle. These guys were coming down like the lap before, so I don't know if we're about to lap them. Drop me. All right, we're not too far behind Tony. Exactly about where we were. Don't speed around this corner. We gotta go 40 all the way around this corner. Good now. He's stuck behind a lap car right now. Come on, let's get up the gear. Let's get going. Hold him off. It looks like another Valvoline car. It might be Robbie Gordon. Come on, keep him back there. Damn it. I think he got around him. Yep. There's still another lap car. He's still got to freaking fight through a couple of those guys. Give me a chance to reel him back in here through the bus stop. Excuse me, mirrors. There we go. Now I can run full throttle back up here again. Shotgun it off the carousel. Excuse me, freaking doppelganger paint scheme. I don't know why we got 2 Valvoline cars. They must have a lot of freaking NASCAR money. I barked and locked it up a little bit. We're on the back bumper, Tony. Come on. Get out of here, freaking Carl Long. Oh, we got a good run. Oh, we got a good run. We're going to lead a lap here at Watkins Glen and try and capitalize on a freaking lap traffic. Oh, I'm not going to get around this 40. That's going to keep Tony right to my back bumper. In my back bumper. Damn. I mean, he knows how I drive. I'm fucking... Where are cars at? There's, I saw someone coming off of the pit road. There's this guy in my way. Stremmy, Stewart somewhere back there. Shit. Get out of my way. Thank you. Didn't want to check up too early. I see Tony was sticking a nose in there on me. I gotta get going. Use this other track that I'm good at for these next couple of laps and get some fucking distance on. Oh, he's still side by side with Stremmy. That's gonna give me time to get away. 11 laps to go at Watkins Glen. We should make it to the end on tires. It was lap 14 when we did come down, and there's less than 14 laps to go. I did top off on fuel, so we should be good to the end as long as I keep fucking passing lap cars. Stewart's a 1.5 seconds behind me. He's got to be stuck behind somebody. Coming off the final corner, we got 10 laps to go here at Watkins Glen. Stewart's got a clear racetrack now. I'm about to put his teammate a lap down, Kyle Busch. I'm sure he's going to give me a hard time trying not get into this 18 car. Yep, there we go. Cool. I'm getting better at that turn 1 the more that I fucking run these races. I've had to restart this thing a couple of times. Easy there, Kyle. Oh yeah, Tony's right behind the 18 car. He is not too far behind me at all. I got to keep fast pace around this fucking track. Get through lap traffic and waste no time getting around cars. Oh man, this is gonna be fun. Look at all these guys. Got fucking 4 or 5 lap cars. I'm gonna dive in on Regan Smith here. put him behind me, make Stewart try and get around him. Oh, Kyle Busch is still racing back there behind me. Where the hell's the 20? Patient with these guys in this corner, just dive on the inside. I feel bad for anyone that might have had a good run on that first part of the race. Like, I mean, I had no control over the game crashing, and I've noticed as I'm playing more and more in NR2003 that, like, if I do the same track, the same race, the same difficulty, don't touch anything, it seems like track conditions or something always, like, I don't even have to have the weather change on, and like the race pace will be different every single time. It varies back to back on the same thing every single time. So like it's also changed up the pace setup. I've noticed that, especially trying to do these Watkins Glen races. Like the first time when I first recorded this race, the race pace was a 10-second gap from 43rd to Juan Pablo Montoya, who got the pole, and he had like a 1:12 for the pole, and that was not the same lap time. It was like a 1:13 that Stewart got. So like the whole pace of the field seems to be slower. I don't understand like what changes that, if that's just like a race variable thing that they threw into the game to help keep things shooken up every single time you want to run a race, which is cool, but just kind of threw off like Hamlin or Leffler, my bad, isn't even in contention anymore when he had a fast fucking car. Where am I supposed to go? 3 wide is not good. Sam, I'm gonna bump you out of the way. Sitting here trying to put down Hendrick and RCR cars a lap down. What the hell are you guys doing? What position is this even for? Like, are you in the 20s or am I starting to hit like the teens? Putting everybody a lap down at Watkins Glen. 7 laps to go. Stewart is 2.69 seconds behind me. I'm behind the 24 Gordon, who would be normally a threat for these kinds of races, but he just didn't, Hendrick didn't have it this weekend or something. None of their cars really qualified up front. They've all been kind of slow. I say that, fucking Gordon's giving me a hard run for my money. He doesn't want to go a lap down. Oh, never mind, he actually gave me the fucking entry to the bus stop. Thought he was gonna race me in and shoot it in there along the outside. I know it like really sucks when it comes to like the game crashing, especially mid-race for me. I mean, I can't save any of the race replays for camera angles for the first half of this race. This one is the one I'll have to get them from for anything for like maybe the second half. But you know, it gets me boiled up, gets me frustrated. But it seems like when we've had to redo a race because of an altercation, something going on, you know, I've just decided to restart it, and I put 2 different races together. Only done that once, but we have a better car on the second half of the race. Like our competition, whoever we're fighting against, like Stewart was part of my competition in the first half of this race with Leffler, and then they took off. But ever since our pit stop, they just, I didn't make any adjustments, just lap traffic kind of played a factor. Get out of the grass, get out of the grass. I fucking dipped my left sides into the dirt a little bit, and that wasn't good. Coming down, we have 4 laps left here in Watkins Glen. My lap time it's dropped a whole second now. We're in the 1:14s. I was hitting 1:13s as far as 1:13, and Stewart is still dropping back. He's now 5.2 seconds behind. I can basically put this on cruise control at this point. Save my tires. Not gonna have a late race caution or restart or anything like that. Don't gotta worry about that. This field got really spread out once the pit cycle came through. We are freaking all over the place, strung out. I don't even know who I'm passing like right now. I know 78's gotta be dead last. We were lapping him before pit stops even became a thing, but like as far as where Edwards is running and Newman and Junior, like I have no idea where I'm at as far as the track's at right now. I know I'm the leader, but like I don't know who I'm lapping where. How many cars do I have a lap down right now? 3 to go. Not many more times around this thing. Come on, game and car, everything. Hold on. I checked their tires on a little bit ago, so they're good to the end for sure. They're not wearing out bad for my concern to where I think I got a baby it the rest of the way. Gonna send it in on the 99. Might as well see how many cars I can put a lap down while I'm fucking dominant, right? How often am I out here freaking lapping the field and shit like that? Like never. Or dominating a race where I'm leading the most laps. I haven't led the most laps in a race in a fucking hot minute since Portland, I think, and that's the race that I won. Newman. Oh, geez. Newman's freaking blocking me. He's sending me down here to the white line. I'm not going to spend 3 laps trying to freaking pass you. No way. Get out of here. Block me once. I get your hard pass and everything, but I got a race to win. Kane, buddy. Two laps left as I just had to send it 3 wide on my teammate, passing 2 lap cars. He was passing a lap car and I'm lapping him. Hopefully he's having a good day. I'm not too sure. Thank you, Michael, for checking up early. I wasn't sure what you were doing, and thanks for at least giving me the inside of that corner. Taking the white flag, here we go. Just gonna go one more time. Get out of the dirt. I fucking really oversent it. One more time around Watkins Glen. Stewart is 4.5 seconds back. I don't have anything to worry about. I just gotta make sure I hit my marks, don't spin out, don't fly off the track, don't crash. We are good, baby. Up through the S's one final time. Tires are starting to get worn out to where I can't full throttle it again. Down the long back straightaway, heading up towards the bus stop. Bang it into third, bang it into second. Roll over the curbing, into the dirt a little bit. We kicked her sideways. Doesn't have to be clean. Around the carousel, mat it to the floor, upshift. Round turn 10. Oh hey, there's Leffler. First time I've seen him since the second start of the race. He did not have the same race he did in the first half. We're off in the dirt a little bit. Coming off the final corner, checkered flag. We won at Watkins Glen. We're freaking 2008. Road courses have been our thing this year, baby.
Great driving, baby. Great driving.
Come on. There we go. I burned the hell out of those rear tires. Oh yeah, we got flat rears, shit. Well, don't hit me. I didn't realize I blew up both rears. I'll just get towed back. Well, I'm not gonna do a Smithers one to go because I don't see a point in me talking about myself for 1 lap. When I was over 11 seconds from second place and third place, holy hell, was 34.9. We had a hell of a kick-ass another race. Watkins Glen worked out for us. Frankenstein Watkins Glen, just like Frankenstein Las Vegas. These races that I have to try and manage and slap together stresses me the hell out, but I turn it into victories, I guess, and that works out. We only had 10 cars on the lead lap. That's how many cars I lapped down. We were kicking ass. The whole pace of the field cooled out, like, after that pit stop. I don't know what the hell happened when everyone took pit stops, and here's me wrecking and spinning out trying to drive 80 miles an hour on flat tires. There are 4 races left in the 2008 regular season, and these are your 12 drivers looking to make their way into the chase for the Sprint Cup. Jimmy Johnson's point lead got snuffed out down to 9 points by Tony Stewart, who had a dominant day at the Watkins Glen. Got everything cashed out for bonus points except for that victory. Got 5 bonus points for leading a lap, 5 bonus points for leading the most laps, and he got a second place finish compared to Johnson finishing 15th. I also made up some points today with my victory. I've got myself back up into the top 5 in points, and now I've got the lead across the entire series with the most wins this season so far. Separating myself from Jeff Gordon and Matt Kenseth with 3, I will be sitting nice and pretty come chase time when the first week starts. We've had a bit of a summer slump. Our number 10 Valvoline team has not been championship ready. Things could be turning around at the right time for us, and I just hope it doesn't go like last season where I kind of fell off during the chase. I hope we hang on to where we were and where we got off to at the start of the chase, and we have a good run this season. Aside from me gaining a couple of points positions and Stewart knocking down Johnson's point lead, I don't think too much has changed here on the first page. My Everham teammate Casey Kane in the number 9 Budweiser Dodge is sitting the first man outside of the chase, but it's really going to take a lot these next 4 weeks for him to even have a shot to get in, because 131 away from I believe Gordon's 83 outside the lead, and I apologize I don't have the Excel page that I use my points, doesn't have a point deficit from 12th to the rest of the field, but this is what we got if you just do the math, like 131 minus, what was it, 86. That's the point deficit. That's still a pretty big gap though. for Casey Kane to try and make up in 4 weeks. Looking down at Jamie McMurray, he's 20 points ahead of 14th, so he's at least got a cushion to try and maybe throw some Hail Marys or something to try and get himself into the top 12. Denny Hamlin once again out of the race car due to his injury, but he didn't fall too much farther down the point rack. I think he was about 17th last week, so the bleeding hasn't dropped him too far down the point standings, and he will be back behind the wheel of that 11 car next week for Michigan. I know it's a high-speed racetrack, but it's a video game. I know I get outlandish with my stories sometimes, but it's time for Hamlin to get back in the car. Martin Truex Jr. in the number 1 car down in 21st took a major hit in points today. He finished dead last in the race due to trying to come down pit road and he just wasn't clear, spinning himself off the front nose of Kyle Petty's 45 car, and he sent himself right into the sand barrels at the end of the pit road wall, ended his day early. Juan Pablo Montoya and Marcos Ambrose honed in their road course skills and got themselves great points days, both finishing in the top 5. Page 3, not too many storylines going on here. AJ Allmendinger in the 84 Red Bull machine finished his first top 10, I believe, in his entire career driving that car, and both Red Bulls finished in the top 10. That's a very good performance for that team. On the flip end, Michael McDowell had some engine troubles at some point during the race, and that 00 has just didn't finish either of the races at the Glen. One was because of me, and the other one, I have no clue. At some point, I came across the 00, and he was off the track smoking. An Old Faithful shooting out the hood of the car. And the final page, Joey Logano's name is making its way down the trek. He's only had 5 starts, part-timer this season, getting that, cup experience before he goes full-time in 2009. And the rest of these guys, I don't really have much else to say about them. They have not really gone anywhere. Rudeman driving the 44 car, at least he finished the race today. His future ride, that Aaron's Dream Machine, was up in the clouds today and never found that checkered flag. That is it for stories, points to make, anything to talk about at the conclusion here at Watkins Glen. Michigan is coming up next. Fast 2-mile oval. Looking forward to carrying this win into next week and into these final few races, heading into the chase with some upward momentum. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.